everyone, it's Els on Technique Friday. Today I'll be showing you how to create a silver fox Christmas card. I have to say right away, the silver fox, that's an idea from Joseph Wen, who put it on our family page, and I said, oh, I'm so going to use glitter on the fox as well. So thank you, Joseph, for that. So the dies I'm using, it's the fox die. Then I have the forest accessory die set, so I use some bushes from that one. And then the stitch rounded rectangles and the Joyful Wishes clear stamp set. So let me put this away. And I also want to share some samples created by other designers. So this is Anita Isendorn. So she made a gray and a red fox. And then Josette created this one. Also a beautiful card. And this comes from the sleigh. And she put it like on a piece of ice here. So I love foxes. If you follow me a little bit, you know at our house we have foxes and absolutely love those animals. So what I'm going to do, as you can see here, I took a piece of, and this is was 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, so I got 4 pieces out of an A4 size piece of cardstock, and I put all the pieces on there, double-sided adhesive on top first, of course, so white cardstock, double-sided adhesive, ran it through the die cutting machine, and then these are all the pieces. So what I'm going to do, first I'm going to put the pieces together, because I'm going to put the pieces that will be white on the pieces that are going to be silver first. So for instance, if you have his face here, this piece goes, so I take off the tape here, and you never want to touch the tape, so I'm going to take this, and then I'm going to take this piece and exactly line it up on that face. So press that down. You see, so now that's exposed, that piece. Then I'm going to do the same with the tail. Take this. Take the tail piece, and it's this one is easier if I kind of hold it in a comb, like in my fingers here. Take this with the tweezer and then line it up. And I can close that for now. That's fine. That's this one. And then we're going to put the beard here. But let me put, with this one, I'm going to attach the feet first. His legs first. Sorry, it's not the feet, it's the leg. So I'm going to line up the legs first. So I took off the release sheet and just going to line it up here. So that's that one. And then I have these two. Again, take off the release sheet, because that's all going to be silver. So kind of stick it together all first, so use my tweezer and then line that one up here, a little bit higher. And then I have the last one. And that one is going here. And then I'm going to take off this release sheet, or lift it for now. And I'm going to stick that beard on. It's probably just part of his fur. It's not a beard, it's part of his fur. Okay, so now that's ready. And then I have the ear pieces here. So take this off. So just cut it and then lay it all out, and then it's actually very easy to do. And I love, when I saw it online, when Joseph posted the card or the fox, I thought, oh, that looks so cool. So need to do that. So that's on the family page, because you can post anything on our family page created with the Elizabeth Craft Designs product, and we all inspire each other there, and that's great to see. So we have our regular Elizabeth Craft Designs Facebook page, of course, and then we have the family page. And if you create something that you would like to share, you can share it on our family page, and we really appreciate that. Okay, so that's all. I'm going to put my fox here, and I put my pieces down here. So I'm going to put those away. And then this I'm going to leave for now. Then I'm going to take a coffee filter. And in this case, I'm just going to dump, in this case, the silver in here. And then I'm going to take all the pieces that need the silver. I'm just going to kind of scoop it in here, because it's just easier than to kind of do it all separate. And then, of course, burnish that glitter into the tape and make sure there's no silver left, because when you want to do the white, You want to make sure that's all clear. So now I take this part off, you see. So now I can hold it here where that white fur will be. So just scoop it up here. And then I can go from this side. And of course it will not attach to where that white will be. So also brush it off. And then polish this one, or burnish it in. So that part is done. Then I have his face. So again, just scoop it up there. It's only going to be that part. Polish that. And then the ears. I'm going to use my tweezer for that, because it's going to be a little outline around the ear. That's going to be silver. And then the other ear, same. And then all the silver is done. Brush it off. So then I have all my part that needs to be silver. Then I'm going to put this away. And then I'm going to go on to the white glitter. So same with the white, going to dump it in here. And the white is a little bit more coarse than all the other colors, which actually makes it a nice, gives it some extra dimension as well. So it's really cool to use. So just flick your fingers and just scoop it in there. And this one I basically don't need to polish, but you can do a little bit. And normally I don't brush off. I should have brushed it off on the side, because I never brush off over my silver or over my white or diamonds. So this one I'm going to brush off on the side. That's better. No contamination in your white or diamond. Brush it off. Now the beard part or the fur. Scoop it up. Brush it off on the side. And then the face. Same way. Tap it off, brush it off on the side. So those are all the white parts. So let me put the fox together first, and then we can do the heads. Santa head. So I have all the pieces now here. And then the eyes and the nose I cut out of white cardstock with double-sided adhesive on the back. So the nose you're going to just line up here. And then the eyes, normally you see embossed lines, but because I use glitter you don't. So you kind of need to eyeball this one. And you also have a sample on your packaging. So don't throw out your packaging, because then you can also kind of see how it's going to be put together. So that's very helpful for that. Like that. And now we're going to put it together. And I'm using a little bit of the kids glue for that, because that's just easy. So what I'm going to do first, put the ears. So I just put a little bit of glue here. Take an ear and stick it on there. And then I have the other side, and of course this needs to dry a little bit, but it's drying quickly. So that's his second ear. And then we're going to put the tail on. Same with that. A little bit of glue here. And of course the tail you can move around. So, but I know a fox a lot of time when I see him walking, he has it straight backwards. So that's kind of how I know my foxy walking around. Then I think the ears are dry already. A little bit of glue on here. And you know, I can put his face. I will make this a little bit, you see, because then has his face straight up. And you can play with that, of course. So that's fun as well to do. So you can put this tail different. You can put his face a little different. So that's that. And then I have a permanent marker. And you need to be careful for that, because I want to draw his face, but you need to do it quickly because you don't want it to bleed. So I'm going to lean in for that, because otherwise I'm doing it out of sight of the camera, because otherwise I can't do it. So I'll try not to move in too much, but you basically back and forwards, and that's it. And then stay away, because otherwise if you go in too much, it will bleed. So that's enough. And you need a permanent marker for that when you want to draw on the glitter. So now I'm going to make the Santa hat, and I'm going to do that the same way. So because that's going to be red, so that will be your first color. So I'm going to take this off, then take this piece, that's going to be the white, and line it up there. Then I have the white, the pom-pom, that's going to be white, so that's going to go on the end. Then we're going to do red glitter first. So dump the red in here. And then just scoop it in there. Especially when you do more, like you want to do more of those cards, it's fun to it's easier to have it like in here. Polish that red in, rub it in, brush it off. So that's that. And then what I had, so you could have cut this out of like felt as well, piece of felt, but I found like flock powder. It's very old for me, but I know it's still around, but I'm going to use that. Oh, I have some glue on there. So I'm just, because then I have it's nice to have a different, because that Santa hat is going to touch the face, the white face, that's part of his face. So it's nice to have a different texture, or if you want to do a totally different color, you can do that, of course. So this is kind of a very soft material. And if you don't have flock powder, you can also cut it out of white felt. As long as it's another kind of look than the white glitter. Brush that off. So that's my Santa hat. And then I'm going to put that on the fox. And then we can start putting the card together. You can see with all those characters, they are so much fun to work with. And a lot of times we ink them, but like the glitter, using the glitter, of course, is really fun. So put it on here. So now he's ready to go on a card. So I have an A2 size card. And then I have, so this is the rounded stitch one. And I stamped the sentiments on there. Have a wonderful holiday season. You can also use the fishtails for that. And I decided to give this a little bit of dimension with the foam tape. And then I have some of the bushes here. Let's see. Back, I don't think I need them all, but let's see. I'm going to the main one. I love this because this, of course, can be used with all the different characters. This one here probably, I don't think I'm going to use. I have the two cute little mushrooms here as well. I would have used that probably if I put this one on. You see? Oh my goodness. And then another sentiment. Isn't that super cute? I am in love with that foxy. And in this case, it's going to be this one on here, the silver fox. So the glue is kind of still drying there, but I'm going to take some double-sided adhesive and just stick it on there. Just need to make sure that the pieces are dry. As long as they stay in place, I'm fine, but I still see some wet adhesive on the back here. Of course, it's better to leave it to dry at home, but since we're doing the video here, we're going to stick it on there. There we go. That's it. Have a wonderful holiday season. Thank you for watching. I've suggested a couple of videos for you to watch, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and download the free project sheet for supplies, measurements and step-by-step instructions. See you next time!